And the Canes will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his own 20. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So Florida State's offense will get the first possession of the game. The flash, the style, the swagger, these two really define an era of great college football, and it's always fun to see them square off.
So well put, Reese. I mean, two flashy programs, and when they're rocking, they're rocking. The state of Florida's rocking. Everybody's wanting to go to Miami and Florida State. This is a big one, Palmer.
Yeah, and David, you and I can appreciate this because we were playing back in the day when these two programs really had a role. When they had so much NFL talent, speed on the field, it seemed like each and every year. And this was a game that always seemed to determine the national championship picture at the end of the year.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Grab near the marker is King. Touchdown, Knowles! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, and they blocked it. He's got it, and he can go with it. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I am taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking for a productive play on first down. Back to pass, it's Ward. He's got his man. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw in the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Final play of the quarter coming. Trucks through the defender. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida State 6, Miami 0.
We'll start the quarter offense about to snap it on second down. Looking for a man. It's Ward. Fires to the right. It's in. Completed. He's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. To the ground with the back. Lowers those pads. They still can't get him down. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting this offense down close to the goal.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. They'll punch this in and get a touchdown.
And the Canes are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. When they put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes! And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So a drive there of 85 yards. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Set to kick this one.
Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And here's a fumble way behind the line. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Looking to pass, it's Howard. Slings it downfield. He's got it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback. And they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this. Get the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
And the Noles will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. bringing it back its neighbors. He gets a block. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they want, and now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
On the run, it's Harvey. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Makes a connection. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, trickery! He'll try to run it in. He'll run into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the trickery pays off. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside the 15, here's the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. On the move at the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Florida State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. A clutch throw and catch from the quarterback and the receiver in the end zone for the touchdown.
And I tell you what, you want to get pressure on the quarterback. With these situations, you drop so many guys back deep. But as a defender, you're not trying to catch the ball. You're trying to spike that thing as hard as you can into the ground. The defense has to do a better job, but the offense makes the big play, gets the huge Hail Mary.
Getting set for the point after. And it's blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Miami 15, Florida State 12.
The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
He unleashes a long one. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, Dave.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Snagged in the middle, it's Bernard. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Running with power. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That's how you blow up the draw play. That's supposed to hit in between the tackles, but if you can force the ball carrier to bounce outside, you've got an opportunity to create a negative play, and they did exactly that.
And the Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Neighbors. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Offense set on 1st down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Complete downfield. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game. And I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll try it again. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd.
Miami, 22. Florida State, 12.
The Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
At this point on offense, late in the game with the lead, if you can run the ball, get a couple first downs, I mean, you can just bleed all these seconds off the clock and ice this thing.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Try to barge their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down, and then punch it in the end zone.
Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Hurricanes continue to gain strength, and they have built the lead on the Noles.
I think that speed from Miami is really starting to show itself here in the football game, and it just doesn't look like Florida State at this point, David, can keep up with all of that athleticism.
Speed and swag. They got it going now. They got the confidence going. And when Miami gets the confidence going, it is tough to beat. Florida State's going to have to make something happen and make it happen fast.
They'll try to add another to their lead. They fake it, and he'll try to run it in. And he's dragged down.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Miami, 28. Florida State, 12.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
To advance on the football.
From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bernard.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw and pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Flushed out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Dropping back, it's Howard. Feeling some heat. Going to try to get it himself. And they're able to make the tackle. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going up top here late in the game. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to. They had to go for it. But now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Going for the big play. He's got it. Touchdown, Hurricane. And the stomping has commenced.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end. But all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Looking to throw. Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. Tripped up for the tackle.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Miami, 34. Florida State, 12.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Kick this one away.
Running to daylight from inside his 25. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to...
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Trying to get to him. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The fourth down try goes awry, and that might just do it.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's excellent.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Second down coming up.
There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.